Hey everyone, stick with the us versus herd. If it's your first time here with the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to subscribe to our options trading live channel, I go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. Hit the link below in the description, as well to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook if you want to join our community, the UVH fam. If you made money today, comment got paid. And if you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. And if you could do me a favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. Definitely appreciate you tuning in. I definitely appreciate you watching this video. So let's get into it. We had a crazy day in the market. I did get paid today. I'll show you my portfolio really quick. I closed the day up $350 or so on to the upside. I have almost $150 in realized gains. So nothing huge, but if you've been watching the channel, I did come off a losing week last week, so I was just trying to dip my feet a little bit. You don't want to, if you're coming off a losing week, you don't want to just go all in and be like, oh, I'm going to make 5K back or 2K back, whatever the case is, whatever scenario you're planting in your mind. And the case for me was, let's just start off low and slow and see where things go. So we'll cover the trades here in a second, but what I wanted to cover, the Dow did open up around down 700 points. It closed the day up over 200 points on the Dow. Just crazy. JPM ripped. I was mainly trading, the bigger boys. I did trade SPX. And in SPX, kind of what I was looking for. I was a little bit late to the party with SPX because I also got into Apple. But I was looking at SPX, so I sold the credit put spread for today expiration. Actually, just trying to collect some premium, just kind of going low and slow. I know it's a little bit risky, but just taking a look here. I got $2.50 credit, and I bought it back for $1.75 within about 2 hours. So I didn't try to hold it. Yes, this would, I bought and sold the, looking at it here, I was short the 30-30 put, long the 30-25. So this definitely would have expired worthless. Would have collected the full premium. I would have got all $250 in credit instead of just making $75 here. I would have made $250 instead of getting $75. And I'm like, why did you close it? The reason why I closed it is because I'm just looking for small wins right now. I'm not looking to get 100% win, max gainer. I was very happy with the $75 out of the $250. Who wouldn't be happy with that? It made like 30%, 40% almost. So I'm just looking for small wins. I'm not looking to get max profit or go crazy and just kind of try to build up that confidence again. Because after you come off a losing week, like I said, low and slow. Let's just kind of keep going at it. But looking at SPY, looking at SPY today, we opened up around 296, closed at 307, but it tapped 308 there. And what happened? Why did the market move up? What was going on? And I kind of brought it up this morning, and I have been talking about it. SPY's been defending the 200-day moving average. Yes, last couple of days it's dropped below, but it keeps getting saved. So in my mind, it's still leaning towards the bulls' favor. We're leaning towards the bulls' favor right now. And yes, we dipped down on Friday below the 200-day moving average. We dipped down again today below the 200-day moving average. But look how quickly it gets bought up. The 200-day moving average was like 300 and some change. We dipped down, we open up around like 298, 296 area, and it just rips up. In the morning, we're just coasting on up. And then we had some crazy news that the Fed is going to start buying individual corporate bonds today. They said that. They've already been buying ETFs. They're going to be buying corporate bonds. And I was kind of thinking to myself, is there a way to package up my debt, put a bow on it, and send it over to the Feds? Maybe they like to buy it. Maybe not. We'll see. But maybe we could figure that out. But that is what made the market move higher. The Fed is adding additional backstops to the market, reducing risk, which is kind of creating some sort of, I don't know what kind of market this is going to turn into be 10 years from now. But we don't need to talk about that in this video. We'll have to cover that in another video, because it's just, you can see my mind kind of going down the rabbit hole, and we can talk about that for hours. But we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to kind of go through the trades. Looking at SPY, where do I see this going right now? I'm looking at this 310 again, 310 to 312 area. I do think we're going to go a little bit higher. I mean, we went up too fast, too quick. The bottom fell out, and now we're kind of like stabilizing around here. I do think it's going to be making a push to 310, 312 area, but we'll see what happens. It's amazing how quickly, the CNBC and the news has stopped talking about the second wave. Like, oh, last Thursday, Friday, oh, the second wave is coming. The second wave is coming, and then all of a sudden, the second wave doesn't exist. It's really amazing how that works. It's amazing, truly amazing. So today, Apple, one of the trades I did in Apple, I actually have a couple of trades going on right now. Apple, I bought the 342.50 call this morning, and I definitely wish I held it, because I bought it for 355, sold it for 428. You can't time the Fed news. You cannot time it. So I bought it at 10:04. 2 hours later, I sold it to 11:53. So a little bit less than 2 hours, and kind of show you what happened to Apple here. When I sold it, it was tapping 340. I'm like, okay, it's coming up on resistance. It looks like it wants to coil up and push up, but I just wasn't sure. It kept getting stopped out here. I'm like, okay, this could definitely, if you're looking at it this way, yes, it's showing like it's coiling up and wants to make a move up. But at the time, I'm like, okay, I'm coming off a losing week. I want to be protective. Sure, it got stopped out here on Friday, 340, came crashing down to 336. And like, you know what? I am not losing money today. No matter what, I am not losing money today. And also, I didn't know what was going to happen with the Fed. But here we are. That 340-250 call, I bought for 355, sold for 428. I was trading this week. So look at this 342.50 call here. So I mean, this was a steady grinder. So I sold it for 428 right in here. Was respectable. We rode it from 350, came up to here, very respectable. There's nothing wrong with this trade. And then it ramps up all the way to 665. And people are like, oh, I knew I should have held. Like, listen, you can't time news like that. You can't time the Fed saving the market. You can't time it. I made the best decision at the time based on the information that I had. And I definitely don't regret that. I mean, yes, it sucks. Could have had a couple more $100, but at the end of the day, what's a couple more $100? I mean, it's better to have repeatable winning trades than it is to have big gainers. And yes, it would have been a nice, almost 100% gainer, but we made our 20%. We GTFO'd. I don't have a problem with that. But the good news is we did capture a little bit more of that move, because then I got into a credit put spread for this week. I actually have two of them. I bought the first one. I put the first one on for $1.25 credit, and then when I knew that was going to break out, I bought another one. I guess I shorted another credit spread for $1.20, and I'm short the 342.50 put, and I'm long the 340 put for this week expiration. Just looking for some small gainers. I'm up 15% on that at the close. So we did capture a little bit of the move there. So this is kind of what my position looks like right now. We're just right outside of the money right now. Apple's at 343.99. We're just right outside the money right now. So if it goes a little bit higher, we're going to be making some money. Another stock that I traded today that was lagging behind was Amazon. And Amazon, I was looking at it, and I'm like, you know what, Amazon, the market's kind of running. Amazon's being quiet. I don't know what its agenda is. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but let's give it a go. I don't want to buy a debit spread. I don't want to put on a naked caller put. What did I do? So I actually sold a credit put spread on here. Currently up 16% on this bad boy. I shorted the 25.60 put. And I bought the 25.55 put, and it is for, what did I get it for? Amazon. I got it for a $2.70 credit. So, pretty decent size credit there. And all of a sudden, so I bought that at 12 o'clock, and then within a few minutes, this literally ramped up, started breaking through. So at 11:58. Right on this candle right here, I put a position on it, and then it ramped up another 20, 30 points. I mean, it was insane. It was insane. Amazon was defending this 2,500 area here, and it looks like it wants to ramp up a little bit to the 2,600 area is what I was looking at. Just crazy. So I'm currently out of the money on that bad boy. You know, not by a lot. We're only out of the money by like $12, $15. So, you know, we got some time. We'll see what it opens at tomorrow. Maybe we'll get a gap up. We'll be able to close those positions, get some dips, maybe reload. You know, kind of see what happens here. DKNG was a major runner. I was getting some money back on this bad boy because it kind of fell apart. I mean, DKNG went up like what 13% today. I mean, crazy. Got some money back there. Costco. So I'm. If you want to know what my DKNG position is, I'm long for July expiration at the 45 calls. So probably should have bought some more when it dipped down, but hey, here we are. Costco. So Costco closed a little bit flat. Now I was a little bit disappointed in Costco. I picked the wrong horse today, but I still think it's going to work out. My first trade today, you can't see this, but it says Cost right here. I bought 2 of them for $4.85. I bought 2 of the $2.95 calls. Now it's a little bit risky because it's obviously this week expiration. But what did Costco do? It just laid there, laid flat. It laid flat. I thought we were going to get a ramp. You know, we had a high volatility in the morning. You know, popped from 298 down to 293, back up to 297, and I placed the trade at 927. So when it was trying to ramp up here, I thought it was gonna push through, and it didn't. And then when it was falling through, so at 927, I played it. So it was coming back down. I bought the dip. However, it did come down to 295. So I bought the 295 calls, and show you what happened to these guys is because it was so flat, I was losing money on it because, I mean, yes, I was trying to grind higher, but I paid $4.85. I mean, I was profitable when it bumped up here from 296 to 297, and I'm just, and it kind of sold off in the close, and then at the last hour, in the last 20 minutes, this thing just ramped up again. So, I mean, I think that I'm going to close it tomorrow. I'm hoping we get a gap up to 300, 305 on Costco tomorrow because it does like to build off this area. As you can see, last few times, you know, back in May 15th, ripped up. It looks like it's dipping down here. It looks like it wants to rip up, and back in April. So far, once a month, it reaches like sub 300 and rips back up. Now, I don't think it's going to get to 320, maybe not even 310. My goal is to take it off like 300, 303 area. I would definitely be happy. 300, 303, 305 definitely would be a gift. So that is, you know, that's what I'm looking for right now on Costco. And then the rest, I'm kind of letting it ride. Boeing right now, I'm in July expiration. We have a debit spread on that. I mean, Boeing recovered a lot today. Disney recovered as well. I'm also in July, so we're kind of chilling right now. We're kind of chilling on some of the long-term plays, you know, because we took some heat last week. So right now, all I'm trying to do is trying to offset some of those losses, try to get some of this money back. You know, we made some money Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesday through Friday last week was a complete disaster. So just trying to play it low and slow. Keep your head up. Keep on pushing. If you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.